Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Tomorrow is the famous Chinese holiday, the Dragon Boat Festival. On this special holiday, everybody will be eating a special holiday food, the ZONGZI, aka the sticky rice dumpling. So today I'm not only going to teach you how to make it step by step, and I'm also going to share with you the origin of the Dragon Boat Festival. Check it out. Hi friends, this is Erica right here. I'm a Taiwanese citizen currently living in America. Cooking and traveling are my passion, so I'm here to share with you my favorite Asian recipes. On top of that, I also make videos talking about food knowledge and a history background on the dish on this channel. So if that interests you, please subscribe and keep watching. The sticky rice dumpling, aka ZONGZI, is a traditional food for celebrating the Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. This traditional holiday, also called the Double Fifth Festival, is celebrated on the 5th day of the 5th month of the Chinese lunar calendar. The Dragon Boat Festival is a traditional Chinese holiday that has been around in various forms for over 2,000 years. In modern time, the most popular story explaining the origin of the Dragon Boat Festival concerned the death of QuYuan, a poet/politician of the Warring States period in China. He served faithfully as a government official in the state of Chu for some time, and he was very proud of his states. After being slandered by another official, however, he was sent to exile. The state of Chu at the time was run by a notorious lustful king and a bunch of officials that has no intention of reviving the states but just looking after their own pockets. The news of his various defeats at the hands of competing states sent QuYuan into a deep depression. Eventually, his despair in the face of the political situation drove him to commit suicide by drowning himself in the Miluo River. What did that have to do with the Dragon Boat Festival? Bear with me. During his time of exile, QuYuan has become quite popular with the local people. Legend has it that when they realized he was drowning himself in a river, the citizens rushed in boats to the middle of the river in an attempt to revive his body, if not save him. They were unable to find him and were worried that fish would eat his body, so they started to throw balls of sticky rice into the river in hopes that fish would choose the sticky rice ball over QuYuan. Don't laugh! This could totally be a true story. The logic makes sense 2,000 years ago. But either way, eating sticky rice dumpling and riding Dragon Boat on this special holiday have become a tradition in many places, including Taiwan. And today I'm going to teach you how to make the Taiwanese sticky rice dumpling step by step. So, screenshot! The ingredient here can make around 10 to 12 sticky rice dumplings. We will need some long grain glutinous white rice, pork belly, lard, which is pig fat, shiitake dry mushroom, chestnut, salted egg yolk, dry shrimp, peanuts, dry fried shallot, soy sauce, 5-spice powder, white pepper powder, and some salt. When you go buy your sticky white rice, you will see there's long grain and short grain. For making ZONGZI, which is a sticky rice dumpling, we'll recommend you to get the long grain ones. Long grain. Depends on your location. If you can find a fresh chestnut, you can buy that. But in Boston, I couldn't find chestnut anymore, so I just bought one of these sweet chestnut package. These are pre-cooked and peeled, so it's very convenient to making dumplings. But if you can find a fresh one, you can also use that as well. I'm gonna list everything in the description box down below for you. For the salty egg yolk, you can either put in a whole one or cut it into half like me. I like to put in just half because my dumpling is kind of small today. Deep fried shallot is also a very famous Taiwanese flavor. You can definitely get this in the Chinese supermarket. To make the Taiwanese sticky rice dumplings, it will take you 2 days in total. Not because there's a lot to do, but some of the ingredients have to be soaked overnight for the best result. Obviously, if you start very early in the morning, you can finish it at night as well, but the two steps have to be separated for at least 6 to 8 hours. Now, let's start with the first night of prepping. Depending on the type of dry mushroom you're using, the soaking time might be different. If you don't know what type of mushroom you got, or you don't know how to soak a dry mushroom, check out this video to know how. I'm using shiitake mushroom today, so it will only take me around 30 minutes to soak. Next, grab a bowl and drop in your dry shrimp. Rinse them off real quick and soak them for 5 minutes. And then drain again and set it aside. The dry bamboo leaves need to be soaked in cool water for at least 5 to 8 hours, then boil and wash before usage. So prepare a bucket that is wide enough and gently put it in your bamboo leaf. Be very gentle and don't break the leaves, or else the dumpling might not form well tomorrow. The leaves will soak, so make sure to use a heavier object to push them down. A lid of a pot will be perfect. Each dumplings needs 2 leaves, and today I'm making 20 dumplings, so I'll need at least 40 leaves. But I normally will soak a little bit more, so today I'm soaking 55 just in case. Not only because the leaves might break during the soaking process or the wrapping process, you might also have extra ingredient that you want to wrap at the end. Now, the last step for today, let's take out your wok or a deeper pan and heat it up. Wait till the pot is hot, then add in your lard. I make my own lard at home. You can buy it in the butcher shop. If you don't have it, you can also replace it with the olive oil, but it is not recommended. I know animal fat is not so healthy, but it does make food taste extra good though. As soon as the lard melts, add your soaked dry shrimp. This step is to release the aroma of the shrimp and some flavor into the oil, and also remove the moisture in the shrimp. Keep the heat on low, and when you start to hear the shrimp popping, scoop them out and set them aside. Same pot of oil with medium heat, add in your pork belly, skin side down. Chart it up. The pork belly skin is very important. I like to put them down one by one to make sure all the skin is touching the wok. And then just keep pan frying until all the pork has changed color. You can add in your soaked dry mushroom. Mix them briefly, then you can add in your soy sauce. Soy sauce is the main flavoring for our dish today, and like I mentioned many times before, to release the best aroma of soy sauce, we have to let the soy sauce come in contact with the hot heat directly. And in today's case, since there's so much soy sauce, we'll have to bring it to boil. When you see the soy sauce start bubbling like this, add in your dry fried shallot. Carefully mix them well together and then add water and 5 spice powder. Now bring it to a rapid boil again, and then you can turn off the heat. If your pot fits your fridge, you can just use your pot, but I don't want to put my wok in the fridge, so I'm going to transfer it to the container. Now the pot is still steaming hot. I will wait till it cools down, and along with all the other ingredients we prepped today, put them in the fridge. And we're done! See you tomorrow! Now, day 2, the first thing we want to do is wash our sticky rice. Some recipe will tell you to soak your sticky rice the night before, but today's recipe, you don't need to do that. Just wash our rice under the sink until the water turns from this creamy white color into almost clear. Drain real quick and set them aside. Now we'll check on our bamboo leaf we soaked yesterday. They should be more green in color and way softer. Use a scissor to cut off the bottom ½ inch. This part is too hard to wrap. We can prepare a big pot of water and bring it to boil. Gently take them out of the soaking water, and since the leaves are finally bendable, gently bend them a little bit and put it into the pot to blanch for 5 minutes. This step will soften up the leaf even more and also sanitize it. Take it out and rinse with tap water to cool down and wash away impurities. When that's done, use a damp towel to remove the excess water. Next, we'll check out our pork belly. Oh wow, we need to heat them up. Transfer your pork belly into a pot and heat it up. We're not trying to cook more over here, we're just trying to melt down the sauce. Now everything is more liquidy, you can start to take out your pork belly and mushrooms. When that's done, keep your sauce in the pot and bring it to boil. Add in your sticky rice. Oh, and also some salt and pepper powder and start stirring. We want all the juice to be absorbed by the rice. It won't take too long at all. As soon as you can see there's no obvious liquid in the pot anymore, mix in your dry shrimp. And turn on the heat and let it cool down. In the meantime, measure out the rest of the ingredients, including peanuts, chestnuts, and egg yolk. Now all the ingredients are ready, let's double check. We got our sticky rice, mushroom, pork bellies, chestnut, peanuts, half yolks, bamboo leaves, and some ropes. Now find a comfortable spot in your home that allows you to sit down and lay out all the ingredients in front of you, because this might take a while. Before we start wrapping our dumplings, we have to make our rope into a twine. The traditional way of making this is kind of complicated, so if you don't want to do it, you just want to wrap your dumplings one by one, that's also okay. But if you want this beautiful effect, check out the short I made last week to learn how to do a twine of zongzi. Also, depending on the size of your dumplings and your ingredients, we never really know how many dumplings we will end up making. Even though I prepared to make 20 dumplings, I will have 30 ropes ready just in case. Find a sturdy spot to hang your twine for some tension like this, and we're ready to wrap. Get 2 leaves and put the pointy end facing each other, overlapping halfway through but not completely on top of each other. Now hold your leaves like holding a tray and fold one side of the leaf in. Then use your middle finger as a support point half an inch away from the edge and fold again upwards to turn it into a cone. The reason why you want to fold it like this is to prevent leakage. Now you have your leaves ready, turn it around and have the leaves facing you and support the bottom of the cone with your palm like this. We'll start with a small spoon of cooled down seasoned sticky rice and put them in the bottom of the cone. I like to use my spoon to flatten out the rice against the leaf like this to create a bigger pocket for the stuffing. Then first, take your chestnut and stuff it in the middle of the rice. Next, get a mushroom, a yolk, some peanuts, and our pork belly. And then cover them up with another scoop of rice and pack them tight. The ideal will be having all the stuffing inside the rice, but if you see some stuffing exposing, that is totally fine because the rice is sticky rice. As long as there's rice attaching to the ingredients, at the end of the day, it will still form to a zongzi. Hold the dumpling firmly and fold the flap of the leaf down, aiming at the corner of the triangle. At the same time, use your other hand to squeeze the dumpling a little bit and shape it into a triangle. Now you can see that both sides of the points have the same amount of excess leaves. Fold them downwards and you'll see a triangle here as well. Now with the flap sticking up, pinch them together and fold inwards to one side of the pyramid. That will give us a nice clean edge. You should have at least 2 inches here so we can tighten it up on the twine. If you have less than that to fold, that means you're overlapping your leaf too much in the beginning. And don't worry about redoing it because there's no specific order of ingredient that you have to put into your sticky rice ball. Even if you're missing some ingredients or God forbid that you didn't put any stuffing in, since we already seasoned the rice, it's still gonna taste really good. Now go to your twine and take 1 rope, wrap the dumpling twice, then tie the knot, and then tie a slip knot. And here you go. 1 down. The hardest part to make the sticky rice dumpling is the wrapping part. So repeat this part of the video a few times and practice a few times and then you'll get a hang of it. It's really not that hard. Even though when you're wrapping it, you're not happy with the shape or whatever, after you come out from the steamer, it's gonna look beautiful. Trust me. All you need to make sure is that there's no leakage in your dumpling. Now all the rice dumplings are ready, it's time to cook. Traditionally, the sticky rice dumplings are boiled on the stovetop for around 2 to 3 hours. But thanks to the technology and my mother-in-law, today we're gonna cook it with the Instant Pot. Shout out to Gail if you're watching this. With a pressure cooker, all you need is 30 minutes. Put all your sticky rice dumpling into the inner pot. I like to angle them one by one to save space, but you can also cook them in batches if you have smaller pot. Pour your water in to cover up all the dumplings. For a pressure cooker, all you need to do is cover up the dumplings. If you're boiling them, make sure you're covering up the dumplings 2 to 3 inches above and check on your water level every 1 hour. Now put your dumpling in the pressure cooker, make sure the lid is completely sealed. Then set it to pressure cook 30 minutes, high pressure, and turn off to keep warm. We don't need that. And now we just need to wait. For the best result, no matter you're cooking it on the stove or in a pressure cooker, after the heating process, we want to soak the dumpling in for around 15 to 30 minutes after. In an Instant Pot, we'll just let it release its pressure naturally and count that as our soaking time. When you see the flow valve drops, twist the steam release handle to make sure all pressure is out, and done! The tiny sticky rice dumplings are ready. Rice dumplings are best eaten straight out of the pot. It is hot and steamy with great flavor. Just keep in mind that sticky rice is not as easy to digest as normal white rice, so I recommend you no more than 2 a day, and don't eat them every single day. I like to store the rest in the freezer independently so I can reheat them whenever I feels like it. To reheat, you can boil them in water again for 10 minutes, or the best way is to steam for 20 minutes. You can also use a microwave if you want to, but to heat up the center of the dumplings, a lot of the time the outside will be way too hot. In the freezer, a sticky rice dumpling can be stored for months, and in the fridge can be up to a week. Now, the moment of truth. Let's open it. Whoa, it looks perfect. The sticky rice is completely cooked through, the pork is soft and tender, the chestnut and peanuts are soft with some texture. Even though we only have such a minimum seasoning, the flavor is perfect. As a Taiwanese, I have to introduce you to the best dipping sauce for the sticky rice dumpling, the sweet and spicy sauce. This is a tiny bottle that will only serve you for around 8 to 10 dumplings, depends on how much sauce you use. So if you're making your own dumplings, since you're not making 1 or 2, at least you're making 10, right? Get this sauce. This is the key to the taste. Now, while we're enjoying our 2 days work together, let's learn some Chinese, shall we? I want to teach you guys 2 words today. The first one is the sticky rice dumpling. In Chinese, it's called ZONGZI. And the second Chinese word I want to teach you today is the Dragon Boat Festival. In Chinese, we call it 端午节. So, 端午节快乐! Happy Dragon Boat Festival! Thank you for cooking with me to the end. Let me know if you like this recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only going to take you a second, but it means a lot to me. I make video on YouTube every Monday and Thursday, so remember to hit that bell and you'll never miss out. Check out this video to learn how to make another Chinese holiday recipe, and check out this video to learn how to roast your Chinese chestnut. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!